Hello there. Well, this is uh, this is the other game I've been spending my entire life on. This Elite Dangerous. This takes up way too much time. It's not a very fast-paced game most of the time, but it's just one of these farming type of games where you're basically just running missions all the time and building up money to upgrade your stuff with, and it's addictive. I've managed to work my way up to this Python here, which is the first really good looking ship I've been able to fly. It's better in every way than every ship I've had before, because I've really had some really crappy ships before this, except for the Cobra 3. That was pretty nice, but it was a cheap ship. This is a good ship. It's tons better than. It's got twice as much cargo as that Federal dropship I was running. It's got huge amounts of power. That Federal dropship was like a barge. Uh, Better armor. The shields are much more powerful, much closer to the optimum weight for this ship than I had before. Although, yeah, more weapon mounts. It's just a better ship. It's a lot more expensive. With all the upgrades, it was like 200 million to get this ship together. Um, yeah, so I've ended up with I've ended up upgrading this. Well, since they went with the engineers here, obviously the NPCs are a lot more screwed up and they're harder to deal with. So I've been messing around with the weapons. I finally gave up on gimbaled weapons for the most part. I finally moved to turret weapons, which I didn't want to do for a long time because, I'm just stupid. I just stick with what I know. I just want to point at stuff and shoot it. And unfortunately, I can't really count on being able to do that anymore. So I kind of arrived at for a while at more or less the same thing. Well, after I switched out to a couple of beam laser turrets and a couple of multi cannons, came across this video by this YouTuber called Shadow Tracer, and it's just called Elite Dangerous Python Build 2.1, Taking Back the Hazres, and he's putting together a combat build there. And that's I don't do all that because I just want to run cargo. I need the space. I can't do these hull reinforcement packages and shield cells and all this stuff. That's space I need to stuff that I'm going to make money with. So I just do the weapon. I've got my two E beam lasers. Yeah, class 2E beam lasers up on top on turrets, and on the bottom there's a single what is that? 3E burst laser. And then up on top there's two 3C multi-cannons. Those are gimbal, the rest are turrets. And other than that, I've got a couple of shield boosters, two shield boosters on the utilities, and then one point defense, and a heat sink launcher, which I'm probably going to change the heat sink launcher out to another shield booster because I haven't been using it a whole lot here lately because haven't been getting a whole lot of missions to run smuggling stuff with yet. May get some of those later if I build up my reputation with some of these drug ring people. I don't know when that's going to happen. I'm not really eager to do it because when they first came out with the engineers, I had a couple of bounties on me, and it seemed to me like well, that was a dumb move. These NPCs, oh god. It seemed when I had a couple of bounties on me, I just could not go 10 feet without getting jumped on. I haven't been real eager to get it anyway, so I might just skip this heatsink for now because I don't use it a whole lot except for that. I'd probably get a lot more use out of the shield booster. This is with the weapon setup, with the turrets and that. And I actually have a chance of killing these guys. Plus, it helps when the cops show up. The cops show up a lot more for these NPCs than they used to, although they don't always. Yeah, that was 54,000. That was just an Asp Explorer. And of course, you get to pick up some materials on the way out, which is a good idea to do it. I'm kind of down. I've been collecting materials out the ass everywhere I go, but I'm pretty much down to just picking up the rare stuff. I have no idea what any of this stuff is for. I haven't done any of these upgrades at all. I've been out to one of the engineers one time, And I just figured out, well, I just found out, well, I got to get sulfur and a heat dispersion plate to upgrade my multi-cannons, you know, so I've been collecting those every time I see them, and they're hard to find when you're just trading, but I've been collecting materials at random, not knowing, have no idea what I'm going to need. At some point, I'm going to have to go back to those engineers and try to upgrade some of this stuff, and that's going to be a huge ordeal. And I've been putting it off because I really just want to keep trading and running this the liberal federal packages and propaganda and shit, you know, get my $5 million a week out of that. But that's just a huge chore. Although in a sense it's good because it forces you to hang around the system where you're going to be picking up your stuff to distribute, which builds up your reputation with the traders there, and then you get more money for the trades that you make, and you get a half an hour between each spawning of your propaganda and whatnot to go make a trade on a nearby system, and you can end up making a fair amount of money that way. What I've been doing is like, since each mission tends to run like 12 or 24 hours or so, which is nice. Quite often you look for a bunch of missions that are all going to the same place, you know, like the data run missions that don't take up any cargo space, you know. It's like I'll find 2 or 3 that are both going to the same station in the same system, you know, one jump away, and I'll just collect them. I won't even run them right away. I'll just wait and collect them like 3 or 4 or 5, and eventually I'll end up with 6 or 7 of them and make one trip and dump them all at once and make that much more money. The only drawback with that is that with all these, when you walk into one of these systems carrying like 6 or 7 missions, chances are you're going to get jumped on, because you know every one of these missions, they're all labeled, you know enemy ships may be sent against you, and you're carrying 6 or 7 of them. You know, you might end up with 2 or 3 guys jumping on you. It's kind of a risk. This here is oh, and it's all, and another thing is that this is not a fighting build at all. I mean, I'm showing a couple of fights here, but this is not, you know, I like to trade. That's all I want to do. And when it comes to fighting the other ships, the main thing I need to try to remember is don't do it, you know. The weapons on here are mainly just in case I get the opportunity to pick up a couple extra bucks with an easy kill. Basically, as much as possible, I want to try to avoid getting into these dogfights in the first place. I try to beat the interdicts. It's not easy. There's no clear rules about it, you know. It helps to jerk the ship, you know, it helps to take the joystick and just jerk it around like you're trying to strangle a squirrel or something. And if you're having a good day, maybe you can get out of the interdiction and not have to go through all this bullshit. But you know, other times you can't beat an interdiction to save your life, literally. And that's what's going on in this case. I'm trying to get out of this. You know, this is some guy in a Fer-de-Lance, and I definitely don't want to try my luck with him. But there we go. Yeah, this one's not going to go well. Yeah, after this one, I definitely switched out the heatsink for another shield booster. And the only other thing I'm probably going to change when I get around to it is I'm still running the stock hull on this thing. I've got the light alloy hull. I need to upgrade that to the military hull, which is going to make the ship a little heavier, which I'm not really looking forward to, but might give me a little more protection than just running this stock hull does. Now you can see that point defense gets a hell of a workout. This fight here, I definitely got suckered. I was convinced I was going to kill this guy, and I was really eager to do it at one point, because you know it's like, oh boy, I'm going to kill a Fer-de-Lance. Wow, one of these upgraded Fer-de-Lances doing all kinds of crazy bullshit that they do. And I'm going to kill him, but yeah, I'm actually going to get his shield down, but I'm being suckered. I'm waiting for the cops to show up too, you know, because like, okay, you know, I'm on a mission. I'm in an inhabited system. Where's the cops? They're not coming. And he rams me, you know. He rams me with his fucking shields down, or maybe that put his shields down. Yeah, he's down to 64%. I haven't taken any damage, and I've still got my shields. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill him. Yeah. No, I'm not, actually. Yeah, still no cops. And once he gets the shields down, I'm gonna start to get a little bit concerned. But then I'm gonna get really stupid. I'm decided I'm just gonna stick it out, and that's gonna be my mistake. I'm gonna lose my ship on this. $8 million down the drain. The other bad thing about having these more expensive ships is that they're expensive to replace. You know. And this, like I said, this is not a fighting ship. This is not a ship that I need to be taking these kind of risks with. Yeah, the shield cells do help a lot. The shields I got here, they're good shields, but they would have been down a long time ago if I didn't have the shield cells working completely. You know, with that power distributor, I try to keep it just like it is when I'm fighting, because with the weapon setup it doesn't put a whole lot of strain on the weapon systems. And with all the power shunted over to the system like that, the shield boosters can keep the shields up a lot longer. If I had 3 shield boosters, maybe I would have lived through this. Sucks ass, man. These guys just throw chaff constantly. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I've got him down to 36. Still no cops. Yeah, I should have run at this point. I'm about to lose my shields. I should have run right around here. Actually, I should have run a lot earlier than this. But I'm still hoping I'm gonna kill this guy. Yeah, he just got his shields back, and mine are going down. Yeah, I think they're already down. Oh, there's the cops. Finally, I'm like, oh great, oh Lord, I'm saved. Oh, thank you. Come and save me. They're not gonna save me. Yeah, I'm still ahead of him. He's got 34%. I got 77%. It ain't happening. I'm starting to think I need to run at this point. I think I'm probably gonna switch over to. I'm probably gonna dock the weapons and switch over the booster and try to get the hell out of here. But it's gonna be too late by that point. Yeah. Still ahead. I believe the cops are in there, but they don't seem to be doing a whole lot right now. It is nice when they show up and help out. Yeah, it's definitely, the tide is definitely turning now. Yeah, it is nice when the cops show up, but they're not always a big help. And sometimes when the other ships show up, they're on the other guy's side. Oh, yep, that's it right there. You're dead. That's a sickening feeling, man. It's like, oh my God, that's $8 million. It took me all day to scrape together $8 million, and there it goes. Ah, shit. Oh well, fun game. Spend way too much time on this shit. Have a good evening.